Hello, everybody. Okay, we got camera. Got the Apple event here. So the Apple event is confirmed. Just want to start out with that while we wait on seeing if we're going to get beta 8 today. So beta 8 has not been announced yet, but we do expect it to come out here in the next couple minutes. So we're waiting to see what we get, but iPhone 15 is official on September 12th. So that means we should be getting pre-orders probably on the 15th, and then the actual release date of the 22nd. So very excited to see that. So again, iPhone release date should be on the 22nd, with the pre-orders on the 15th and the Apple event on the 12th. So good news there. In other news, we've got the iPhone 15, the iPhone 15. We've got the iPhone 13 mini right here, ready to go for the beta. Using the iPhone 13 mini today because my iPhone 14 has been on eBay for the past couple of days, getting ready for the iPhone 15. So we're going to be getting rid of the iPhone 14 Pro for the iPhone 15, of course. So just waiting here to see if we see any beta announcements. But Apple event, like I said, is confirmed as of today. So I'm just going to check here and see if anybody's posting about iOS yet. Not seeing any iOS posts yet, but everybody's been posting like crazy about the Apple event. And of course, you can watch this on the Apple website or the Apple TV app. You don't have to be a developer or anything crazy. Anybody can see it right here on, if you go to apple.com/apple-events right here, or it is on the bottom of the Apple website. You click on it right here, and of course on the 12th you'll be able to see it. So just looking at this, I'm not really too sure. We've got this kind of animated Apple logo here with a shimmer. I don't know if that may be some like titanium in there, titanium iPhone 15 Pro. If anybody gets that vibe from this kind of moving shimmer, let me know. But that's just kind of what this makes me think of. So we'll see what we get. Alright, so it is 1:01 here Eastern time, so we're just waiting to see if we're going to get a beta drop today. Somebody says I don't see the name on here, but it's called Wanderlust. A lot of people are thinking it might be referencing the Periscope lens. Possibly. Hopefully they don't do anything crazy and not announce the beta today because of the iPhone announcement, but I don't think they would. But we'll see. They've done weird things in the past. let's go ahead, we'll check out the developer site here. I knew that was going to happen. Right, we're still showing beta 7. Alright, beta 8 is out. Brandon Butch just tweeted beta 8 has been released. Alright, there we go. Look at that, got that pretty quick. How's it going? How's it going, everybody in chat? Bobby, Richard, Doe. Alright, so that's installing. We've got that installing. I'm going to go ahead and pop over here to the Mac. I know you guys can't see the whole screen with the phone on there, but it's kind of the point to be able to see a little bit of both. We'll see if we get a... Okay, there's no developer update for the Mac yet. We did last get macOS on the 22nd. It was beta 6. So we are now 2 betas behind, which macOS I don't think is coming out in September. I think macOS is an October release. So we haven't started weekly betas. At least as of last week, we hadn't started weekly betas for macOS yet. Yeah, I got my pop-up pretty quick. Normally I'm like 15 minutes after the fact, but Brandon Bush said it was released, and I checked and it was there right away. So nothing on the Mac yet. Again, but we haven't been getting weekly releases. Haven't been getting any weekly releases on the Mac yet. And like I said, I don't know if for those just joining, we're doing it on the iPhone 13 mini probably from here on out, because my iPhone 14 is on eBay. My iPhone 14 Pro is on eBay to get ready for the iPhone 15 Pro. So if anybody is interested in picking up a 14 Pro for a couple $100 off, it is 256 gigabytes. Silver, unlocked, 100% battery health. Just let me know. If it's not coming up for you yet, just give it a few minutes. It doesn't release to every single person at the same time, so you might need to wait 5 or 10 minutes. Usually I don't get mine right away either. Usually mine takes about 15 minutes after everybody starts showing up. But for some reason today I got it pretty much immediately. So we've got that, and then we've got the iPad right there as well. So both those are downloading right now, and if you missed it while I was while we were waiting on the beta, the Apple event for September 12th has been released. So that puts us at the event on Tuesday. They usually do pre-orders starting Friday, so we're expecting iPhone pre-orders to start on September 15th, with the actual pickup date and delivery date of September 22nd. So everybody should start getting their iPhones starting on September 22nd if you pre-order. Bobby says restart your phone if you're not getting it. You might that might help. So try that if you haven't had it show up yet. Sometimes also turning the beta off and backing out and then going back in and turning the beta back on will force it to refresh. So sometimes that works as well. It doesn't look like we're getting a macOS beta today. Apple's got their trade-in stuff down here. Wonder if they will. They're doing $640 for a 13 Pro Max, so hopefully the hopefully the 14 Pro will be about 600 to 700 when it comes out. I might trade in the 13 mini after I sell my 13, or sorry, my 14. If it doesn't sell for what I want, then I might just trade it in. I forgot to check and see. Yeah, mine's almost done. It's preparing now. Did anybody get a size on it? I forgot to look at the size again. Trying to get it to adjust the white balance. I'm gonna go back it out a little bit, get some other color in the image, so hopefully it'll adjust. Right, my iPhone's about 90% of the way there. Yeah, I'm waiting on the 17.2 is going to be a good one, because they didn't really have, other than that one app coming out later, they didn't really have any features that were being held until later on. Usually they have some that are announced but not yet not yet ready, and they come out with 17.2. But didn't really see anything like that this year. I forget what that one app was, and it was the collaboration, like a notepad or like a diary kind of thing. I forget what the name of it was. Again, if you haven't if the update's not showing up for you yet, try turning your beta off and back on, and then or off, back out of the update screen, go back, turn it back on, and you should get it to pop up. Yeah, I mean the emojis aren't like an Apple thing. That's something there's like a standard for emojis, I'm pretty sure. So they add new ones in from time to time, but it's not set on a specific iOS release. The iPhone seems to have kind of paused, but sometimes it does that where the bar doesn't move and then it's done all of a sudden. So we'll see where that goes. Not much to report on Beta 7. I didn't really use that much because I've been using my Z Fold 5 as my main phone. As you guys have seen all the videos on those on my channel. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. I will have more Z Fold 5 coverage. I've got a few more cases to check out. I've got some scheduled videos on that as well as some other things. And then of course we will have the iPhone 15 coverage in September. And I do plan on doing a lot of pre-order coverage and release day coverage if everything goes as planned. Also going to be working with a company called Alta Labs on some networking stuff. So if you've seen my Ubiquity videos, I will be redoing my setup with Alta Labs stuff, and hopefully that's going to be a collaboration that lasts a while. They're sending me some access points, so I'm going to replace all my access points with those, and then I'm going to be replacing my switch with one of their switches, and then they have some new products coming out later down the line that will replace some other stuff, but they haven't been released yet or announced yet, so I'm not going to say anything else on that. But subscriptions definitely do help out, so greatly appreciated if you guys subscribe, super chat, the thanks, all those donations do go a long way, especially when I'm reviewing all of these devices. No beta next week. We'll probably have a beta next week. I'm guessing we'll probably have, we'll probably have a beta 9 next week, and then I'm guessing we'll probably have beta 9 and then a release candidate. The release candidate will probably come out probably maybe the 12th. And then if everything's good with the release candidate, we'll get I would want to say probably iOS and iPadOS on. Usually it releases with the iPhone, so probably on the 22nd. Maybe the 15th, but probably the 22nd. I don't remember if they usually do. Don't know if they usually do the iOS release with the new iPhone or the week before. I can't remember because I always get the new iPhone, so it's always got the newest version on there. I don't think it'll be. I think we might get one more beta. I think we might have a beta 9 and then the release candidate. If the next one's going to be the release candidate, then it'll probably it may skip a week and then do that, or we may get the release candidate next week and then not get anything until final release. It just depends. Usually the only time they'll do another update after release candidate is if there's any significant issues with the release candidate. They'll issue a second version of it, and then that's the first update the new phones will get. I was checking the battery on my camera, and the battery icon's on the white background, so I had to put my hand over it. The upload? Do you mean the download of the beta, or the actual, like, once it starts installing? Mine downloaded pretty quickly. The 17.1, if you're referring, yeah, the beta, the beta will probably come out either around the release candidate time of 17.0 or shortly after 17 is released is usually when the next one starts. Your iPhone 11 Pro got it already? Yeah, the journal app. That's what I was looking for. The journal app. Journal app is probably 17.2. The point 2 updates are usually the ones where they put in those bigger features that haven't been um, released yet. So I'm going to take this off real quick and just do a quick check for um, any changes. Let's see. The good news is when 17 is fully released, we should get those app updates too that optimize for 17. And if you have any apps that are kind of wonky, it'll help those run smoother. Alright, I got a pop-up saying it's been updated. I'm not seeing anything crazy. I do have a bunch of app updates real quick, so I'm going to update those. I noticed the widgets, well, some of them. There we go. Some of the widgets are kind of slow to pop up after like a restart, but they didn't seem to have too much issue this time. Everything seems to be working okay. Battery life has definitely been getting better in the betas as they go on. I'm not seeing any crazy new features or anything like that. So, well, I'm not seeing any new features at all. Which this close to the end of the beta, we're not going to be getting. We're not going to be getting new features. It's all going to be bug fixes and stuff like that. They're not going to add a ton of new stuff that's going to be buggy and have a chance of breaking something, you know, the last few betas, because they want to get everything fixed. With beta 7, we did see a ton of bug fixes. We also saw a few new reported bugs and known issues, but of course that's a good thing because they know that they're issues and they will get them fixed. So the more things that get fixed before the public release, the better. So these streams are kind of harder to do in terms of like showing what's new because there's really not much to show. Now that there's not a bunch of physical changes. The version is here you go. It is 21A5326A. So they've got an A there, so it's probably going to be, this one might actually be the last one. The next one may be the release candidate. Because it's an A build, so. Zoom in on that so you guys can see. There's the build number. The last letter in the build, like I said, is A, so this could very well be, if there's no major issues, one of our last betas before the release candidate. Now, of course, the A build, the A letter at the end does usually mean it's getting close to the end or the end of the beta series, and we'll get the release candidate next. But of course, they can release another beta depending on what is found in this one. If they find any major issues and stuff like that, there may be another beta to correct those. There's no release notes yet. Just opening Feedback Assistant on my Mac here real quick. Yeah, so the last one we have was for beta 7. And of course, a bunch of resolved issues and stuff like that. I'll just scroll through it really quick. But a bunch of resolved issues. And again, this is beta 7. This is not beta 8. The beta 8 release notes are not out yet. But there is a long list of stuff with a lot of that being resolved issues. So that is good to see. right there, because the more resolved issues there means the less issues when it comes out to the public. Just going to give it a few minutes, see if anybody has anything to add to the conversation in the chat. If you guys got yours installed, do you see anything major changed? Anything different from iOS 17 Beta 7, or any new bugs or anything, or any fixed bugs? Haven't had the keyboard issue in a while, so that seems to be corrected. So that's good news. So, yep, not too much new. Like I said, we're just getting to the end stages of the beta here, so we're just getting bug fixes and stuff like that. So nothing much new to report. I did a quick skim through on iOS and my iPad here, and I didn't really see anything. So the stream's not going to be too long today. I'm probably about to end it here, but I just wanted to give it an install for you guys and see if there were any issues installing, which there weren't, nor have there been on any of the betas, for me at least. But that is beta 8 right there. We talked about the Apple event. Apple event is scheduled for, again, September 12th, and pre-orders will start on September 15th with the release on September 22nd. There's been a few rumors going around about the iPhone 15 Pro Max possibly being delayed till October. I've heard that a few times, but I haven't really seen too much come of it, so hopefully that's not the case with the 15 Pro Max. But that is beta 8 right there, and it's likely going to be our either last beta or second to last beta. We may see another one next week, or we could see the release candidate in the next week or two, with iOS 17, of course, releasing alongside the iPhone 15 in September. I'm Colin with TechOut. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, have a great day.